Have you ever wondered why there are so few openly gay professional football players? This is a question that has lingered in the minds of many, yet rarely voiced aloud. It's an unspoken taboo in the sport, an elephant in the room that we've been tiptoeing around for far too long. Football, a sport that has united cultures and communities across the globe, seems to struggle with embracing the diversity within its own ranks. Homosexuality in football remains a topic that is often swept under the rug. And why is that? Could it be due to societal pressures and expectations? Could it be the fear of potential backlash or discrimination that keeps these players from expressing their true selves? Consider the weight of the decision to come out. The fear of being ostracized, of losing endorsements, or even of being subjected to violence. The prospect of being the first to break this silence can be daunting. The world of football is a microcosm of society, and as such it is not immune to the prejudices and biases that exist in the world at large. The fear of being different, of not fitting into the norms of masculinity and heterosexuality often prescribed to football players can be a powerful deterrent. Football is more than just a sport. It's a culture, a way of life, and for many, it's a source of identity. But for some, this identity comes at the cost of hiding who they truly are. The fear of rejection, of not being accepted, can be a heavy burden to bear. Yet despite these obstacles, there are those who have dared to challenge the status quo, to break the silence and be true to themselves. They are the trailblazers, the pioneers who have shown that being a professional football player and being openly gay are not mutually exclusive. These brave individuals have faced the unspoken taboo head-on, and in doing so, they've opened the door for others to follow in their footsteps. They've shown that it's okay to be different, and that football, like all sports, should be a place of inclusivity and acceptance. Today, we dive into the lives of the brave few who dared to break the silence. In 1990, Fashanu became the first professional footballer to come out as gay. This marked a groundbreaking moment in sports history. Fashanu was an extraordinary player, a true powerhouse on the field. He was known for his incredible athleticism, his strategic mind, and his unyielding spirit. Yet, his prowess on the pitch was often overshadowed by the headlines about his personal life. Fashanu's decision to come out was a courageous one, especially considering the environment of the time. The world of football, much like the world at large, was not as accepting or understanding as it is today. Homophobia was rampant, both on and off the field, and being openly gay was seen as a career suicide. The reactions to Fashanu's coming out were mixed. Some admired his bravery, while others scorned him. His peers and the public alike struggled to reconcile the image of the tough, talented footballer with the reality of his sexuality. The backlash was swift and severe, with Fashanu facing discrimination, isolation, and ridicule. The years following his coming out were a tumultuous time for Fashanu. His career took a hit, and he faced numerous personal and professional challenges. The pressure, the prejudice, and the relentless scrutiny took a toll on him. And in 1998, Fashanu tragically took his own life. Yet, despite his struggles and his tragic end, Fashanu's legacy lives on. He broke boundaries and challenged norms, paving the way for future generations of athletes to live their truth. His story serves as both a cautionary tale and a beacon of hope, a testament to the power of authenticity and the cost of prejudice. Fashanu's story is a stark reminder of the harsh realities faced by gay athletes in a world that is slow to accept change. His life and his legacy serve as a call to action, a plea for understanding, acceptance, and equality in the world of sports and beyond. Years later, in 2014, former German international Thomas Hitzlsperger decided to publicly announce his sexuality. Thomas, a formidable midfielder, had a career that spanned over a decade, with stints at clubs like Aston Villa, West Ham United, and even his home country's VfB Stuttgart. Yet it wasn't until after he hung up his boots that he chose to reveal his true self to the world. Hitzlsperger's decision to come out was a significant moment in football history. While he had retired, his reputation within the sport remained intact, and his disclosure sent ripples across the footballing world. Many wondered, would his revelation be met with the same tragic fate as Fashanu's? Or had the world of football matured since then? The reaction was mixed, but overall, it was overwhelmingly positive. His former teammates, clubs, and the German Football Association all publicly supported him. This support was a stark contrast to Fashanu's experience, indicating a shift in attitudes within the sport. Yet, It wasn't all smooth sailing. Hitzlsperger faced his share of homophobia with slurs and hateful comments thrown his way. But he met these with grace and resilience, using his position to advocate for LGBT rights within sports, particularly football. He used his voice to spark conversations about homophobia in the sport, calling for more acceptance and respect. Hitzlsperger's decision to come out was not just about revealing his true self, it was about challenging the status quo and breaking the boundaries of what is considered acceptable in the hypermasculine world of football. He became a beacon of hope for many young, aspiring footballers who happen to be part of the LGBTQ+ community. From being a star on the pitch to becoming an advocate for change off it, Hitzlsperger's journey is nothing short of inspiring. His courage to stand up against the norm, to be a voice for the voiceless, is a testament to his strength of character. It shows us that football is slowly but surely evolving, becoming a more inclusive space for everyone. Hitzlsperger's story is one of resilience and courage, highlighting the progress made since Fashanu's time. In the same year, Robbie Rogers, an American footballer, also came out as gay. This announcement shook the world of American soccer, marking a new chapter in the history of the sport. Robbie Rogers, born in Southern California, had an illustrious career that spanned both national and international playing fields. He was a winger known for his blistering pace and his knack for finding the back of the net. A standout player in Major League Soccer, he also made waves in England with Leeds United. But beyond his professional successes, Rogers was grappling with a personal truth that he knew he had to confront. In 2013, after years of silent struggle, Rogers made the brave decision to come out publicly as gay. But the weight of this announcement and the fear of potential backlash led him to simultaneously retire from the sport he loved. It was a bittersweet moment, a victory for personal authenticity, shadowed by the loss of a promising career. However, Rogers' retirement was short-lived. Later that same year, he made a triumphant return to soccer, signing with the LA Galaxy. His return wasn't just a win for him, but a beacon of hope for other athletes grappling with their own truths. Rogers became a trailblazer, a symbol of courage in a sport that had yet to fully embrace the LGBT community. Off the pitch, Rogers took on an even bigger role. He became an advocate for LGBT rights in sports, using his platform to challenge the status quo and inspire change. He addressed the need for a more inclusive and accepting environment in all sports, not just football. His courage to come out opened up conversations about homophobia in sports, and his advocacy work continues to pave the way for future generations. Rogers' story is a testament to the strength of character and the power of being true to oneself. His journey sends a powerful message to all athletes and fans alike, that being true to who you are should never be a barrier to pursuing your passion. In Robbie Rogers, we see not just a footballer, but a trailblazer who dared to challenge the norms and forge a path for others to follow. These three men have paved the way for future generations of footballers to live their truth. Justin Fashanu, Thomas Hitzlsperger, and Robbie Rogers have not just played the game of football, they've played a significant role in changing its narrative. Their courage in coming out has had a profound impact on the football community, opening up discussions that were once considered offside. In the traditionally machismo-driven world of football, these players have challenged the status quo, breaking down barriers and encouraging a culture of acceptance and inclusivity. Their actions have sparked a much-needed dialogue about the importance of diversity and acceptance in sports, a conversation that's been long overdue. The current state of LGBT rights in football is a testament to their bravery. While progress has been made, there's still a long road ahead. Yet it's the courage of these men that has set the wheels of change in motion. They've shown that being true to oneself doesn't diminish one's skill on the pitch. On the contrary, it empowers individuals to perform at their best, unburdened by the weight of hiding their true identity. Looking towards the future, we can see a new horizon for football, one that embraces all players, regardless of their sexual orientation. The seeds of change have been sown. We're seeing more and more clubs, leagues, and governing bodies taking a stand against homophobia, promoting the message that football is a game for everyone. We imagine a future where footballers, both young and old, can step onto the pitch with pride, not just for their team, but for who they are as individuals. A future where coming out doesn't make headlines because it's no longer seen as an anomaly but recognized as part of the diverse tapestry that makes up the world of football. Their stories serve as a beacon of hope for a future where one's sexuality doesn't affect their ability to play the beautiful game. After all, football is for everyone.